Hello and welcome everyone to our Winter League Week 2 second match of the day here for Saturday, as we are getting ready to watch a vodcast of a race that happened earlier. Unfortunately, this race, we found that the schedules of the players were completely incompatible, with no one particularly at fault. So we did an async setup and tracked everyone. And here we go: Ladab, RG365, fryteeth, and ratlifTheRat. I am Aaron TU2, and with me on comms once again is the Beef Supreme TV. Hello, sir.
Hello, hope you all are well. I'm not sure how many of the runners are actually in chat, but one of the beauties of having a vodcast like this is that a lot of times the players show up. They like to watch the results compared to everyone else, and so any of them might be able to answer any questions you've got or talk about things in the chat as it's happening.
All right, so we'll see if anyone jumps in. It would be a absolutely terrible but hilarious move if somebody just jumped in and announced the results. Let's just not do that, please.
Yeah, like keep it spoiler free for sure. But it's still exciting to see. So with this matchup, we've got as you said, Ladab, RG365, fryteeth, and ratlifTheRat. Only one of these four I could find any information for in the last tournament. So it looks like 3 out of the 4 are newcomers this year to the Winter League. Is that right?
No. This is
No.
yes. I have a little bit on everyone. I actually thought that was the case with fryteeth and was corrected. He has actually been in a tournament like 3 years ago and did fairly well. So he just hasn't been around DWR recently, but he's popped up occasionally. I think he might have been in the co-op as well. So he's definitely a veteran of many randos. I mean, Ratliff was in the tournament last year, made the playoffs, the final 16. RG is new, and Ladab is technically his first Winter League, but he did sign up for it last year. He just dropped out before it started.
All right, so we're going to get things queued up and ready to go very shortly. Here we are. We've got the throne room of the first seed here.
Yes, and we have a fighter's ring and gold. So interesting start. The last chest is always gold. We got the stop spell to start, which is probably not the most useful thing, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, always something you like to have. Never the first choice, though, I don't think. Treasury, we've got a guard blocking us here, but looks like we've got some gold. Cursed belt. More gold, and that guard's just being extra annoying. And an herb. Nothing too exciting right off the bat in the treasury, but it doesn't need to be. You go out and you kill a few enemies, and you've gained levels and gotten yourself some spells anyway.
Yeah, I just had the thought pop into my head with that stops. But it'd be great if you could just cast that on the NPC so it would stop moving and getting in your way.
Oh, that would be great. And we find North Cave at Swamp North. I mean, at the in the basement of the castle. So we've got some important information there because if anybody's unfamiliar with the flags, one of the big ones here is that Three's Company is on. We've also got Open Charlock and Short Charlock. So a lot of times these tiebreaker seeds come down to who finds the princess first and brings her to the Dragon Lord and accepts the Dragon Lord's offer.
Yes, and the other thing that we need is levels, and we've already found those. RG, one enemy, level 11, and basically stats well enough to go. fryteeth has hit level 12, but he's stopping here in Brecconary. Wants to use. He did do a little bit of a gold grind, and I think he wanted to. 5 gold flames for perfect. All that effort you put in, and that's what you get. You'll take it, but you're still like, well, okay.
Oh, for sure. And you're saying that in RG after healing up 139 HP, getting his MP back, he's immediately going for the princess, and just, I suppose, hoping that Charlock is right next door. We might end up with a real runaway here quick.
Yeah, and before Armored Knight with Hurtmore. This is when it has Hurt. Basically, this is going to be a rush to find Charlock because nothing else looks like it's going to be tricky at this point.
No, it's looking like you're getting levels thrown at you. Here's Ratliff is at level 9 already, gaining quick. fryteeth is at 12. Ladab's at 11, so there's no shortage of levels, and Stats are pretty good. It's gonna be who finds the big C first.
Right, and yeah, pointed out, Ratliff found the armor engrave, so that could be useful going into Sharlock, especially if we have a DL2 enemy blocking something. The hit points we have, not very bad for when it comes to DL2 complications, because you might be able to swing between two Dragon Lord breaths if it rolls a little bit low and still survive.
Yeah, like I say, even without the armor, with your HP so high, it's, you know, doable. But yeah, Ratliff definitely with that advantage might pan out.
So Ladab going in for his princess, or I guess you would say his quarterback Eagles in this scenario. RG's got his. Excuse me, it's QB Randall. It's QB Eagles in the game. I think he decided to switch it out to the actual person. Like, haha, Randall Cunningham, you thought you could get out of this? You know, 20-some years later, we got you. Don't sue us.
I love it. Here we go. Yeah, QB Randall embraces thee.
Yeah, if anyone knows from your Tecmo Super Bowl, if you're not just playing as Bo Jackson and making the game extremely boring, the Eagles with QB Eagles is pretty ridiculous, because running quarterbacks in Tecmo Super Bowl games tend to break everything. So those are some cute caves over there on Ladab's screen, just next to each other.
They're twinsies. I was about to point out the expensive shop RG was just in, but yeah, I don't think choosing to buy anything, maybe not out of necessity, maybe just out of the fact that wow, that was expensive.
fryteeth picking up 15, went through the other side of Swamp, got ambushed by an Armor Knight. He's not worried about healing. He's just gonna take this one out. Again, this is the And yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
Not worrying about healing, no big deal.
Yeah. Oh, that's painful.
Well, at least getting the princess back is a very short trip. It's going to put you a little bit back, especially if the way he was going was near Sharlock, because I haven't really seen anybody else go through that particular path. But we'll see.
Yeah, again, nobody seems to have found that big C just yet. And yes, to confirm, anybody who's here and isn't aware of the format of this race, basically what's going to happen is we're going to run two of these essentially tiebreaker races back to back. We're going to score each of them individually, and the cumulative or I guess collective score of each player is going to determine whether they finish first, second, third, or fourth today. This has been going on all week. There's one more match later tonight. But it's definitely been a fun week, a fun pair of quick seeds, typically.
Yeah, we've seen, I think we've seen maybe like one seed that seemed to linger on. We'll see if this ends up being that way. You get the feeling that it's not going to, just because of all of the resources. But again, nobody has seen Sharlock yet, so we just don't know.
And everybody seems to be finding everything but.
Right. Well, now Ratliff has picked himself up a princess. So everybody has got a princess, and we'll see. No, wait, did I? Oh, wait, never mind. That wasn't Sharlock. That was Tantagel. Wow.
Yeah, it's a few times that we've seen this week the quad princesses here. And it's a few times this week that we get seeds where I was just about to say where Sharlock is elusive, but Ladab here at the top left seems to have found it.
It's a little low on resources. If there's a town nearby, should be good. Yeah, he's not diving in at that point. And there is a convenient town.
Perfect. It's Rimalder because I don't think we've seen Hawksness yet. I haven't been watching all the screens that closely, but that's always the worst.
I think Ratliff might have seen it. I remember seeing it on screen, but yep, not have to worry about that. Going in now for the win, Ladab, who has not went into a town and talked to a single shop person, has just been cruising around immediately, foot on the gas, trying to find this.
Yeah, I think the only thing is that fighter's rank from the very beginning. Running pretty good from everything so far.
Werewolf giving him a little bit of a hassle, but they're generally not too tricky. They're one of the easiest enemies to run from here in Sherlock.
Yeah, lots getting in his way, but nothing's beating the ducking and weaving here.
And on that note, fryteeth has now entered Sherlock as well, and very actually not quite as strong as Ladab was going in, but the way this basement looks should still be pretty good. We haven't seen anything terribly scary down here.
No, I mean, knowing what Ladab knows, if you're fryteeth going in with the stats you've got, I'd be comfortable. But again, fryteeth doesn't know that just yet. He's about to find out, come up to the spike tile here.
Ladab, without the gear, has actually lost a lot of time on that blue dragon, waiting for those Hurtmores to actually land. But here he is, and fryteeth right behind. Is this going to be a menuing issue? Or nope, he's got there. And he is the first in. And GG's to Ladab for winning the first race.
Absolutely, GG's Ladab, and here comes fryteeth right behind. Wow, within seconds, not that far behind at all. So we've got official times of 9:27 for Ladab and 9:33 for fryteeth.
Now it's up to RG and Ratliff to figure out the way. Again, just depends on how long this tarries. This time matters, because if you end up with a tie in your actual points between the two races, the tiebreaker is time. This also means if fryteeth and Ladab finish in opposite order going into the second race, as long as fryteeth has manages to win by over 6 seconds, he'll take the overall win. But it looks like RG found a dead end and has warped back. Ratliff, I guess he just have that Erdrick's armor. We don't see the flashing on the screen, but still out looking for wherever Sherlock might be.
Yeah, both of them, I think, feeling comfortable if you get there with enough resources. I mean, they both, I think, have over 150 HP. They've both got plenty of MP. I think it's both of them are just considering probably the other person's in the same boat, so it's just a matter of frantically finding Sherlock the quickest now.
And on that note, Ratliff sees it. It is on the screen. We got the nice big wall C right around there, and he's only got 23 MP. He might do what Ladab did and just keep walking to see if he can find a town. No, he's going in.
No, going in.
We've seen this. The Sherlock, it just really comes down to that blue dragon, but the fact that he has the broadsword, he's probably going to swing that one down. Doubt it's going to take more than 2 Healmores. So it's everything else that he needs to be concerned about.
Yeah, on 84 agility with what we've seen in there too, you're good odds to run from most of the enemies we've seen.
And he still threw out the Hurtmore, but it lands. And then, a couple of swings here. No problem. Hurtmore didn't cost him any Healmores anyway. Not that it matters, because he has there we go. He has finished up, and
there
he's
we go.
In 3rd place here.
So that'll be 3rd place for Ratliff and 4th place for RG365. That's going to give them Ladab 5 points, fryteeth 3, Ratliff 2, and RG365 1. And we'll see how the next race pans out once RG's finished. Still looking for Sherlock, but I think headed in the right direction now.
Yeah, the important thing to remember when it comes to these points is that you aren't technically out of getting the overall win by finishing last in the first race. You still got a chance to come right back through. You are not, nothing is completely decided except for the winner of the first race cannot finish last. At this point, it looks like RG is just hitting that return cast pretty regular. It seems like he must have seen something or missed something that has got him a little turned around here. Sherlock wasn't super easy to find, but our other runners did find it, so it does exist.
I know it's around here somewhere. Yeah, oftentimes. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, all I remember is that it's by Remolder, and there's some funky bridges. That's about it.
Yeah, definitely remember the funky bridges myself, but yeah, the actual way to get there, I think I'm turned around a little bit as well. Gonna fill up here in Corinham. Feeling refreshed. It's not easy work carrying that princess through these swamps and deserts. If Spaceballs has taught me anything, it's that they don't travel light.
Just the idea now of a robot following around, and there's somebody got Tov carrying a giant thing of luggage, dragging across.
Yeah. All right, so here's another return from RG. Gonna start exploring south now.
It's our friends, the double caves again. What were those caves? I don't even remember seeing them. Was it like mountain and grave next to each other? Because that would have been fun.
That would have been fun. I haven't paid attention to what they are, actually. Yeah, RG's saying that didn't even go in them.
I guess if you know where swamp is right off the bat, that's completely irrelevant, whatever's there.
Yeah, unless you're intending on digging for chests, which, you know, it doesn't really seem like a seed where you're that hurting for whatever's in those chests anyway.
As time is ticking down, we will remember there is a you're running to get done in less than 10 minutes because anything beyond that doesn't actually count against you. That's the forfeit time plus 10. So even if you don't forfeit, it's still capped at plus 10. We got a few minutes to go yet, though. We have he's got, it looks like, 6 minutes to figure out where Sherlock is and to get this over with.
Yeah, and this is starting to look a little bit more familiar to me now.
I just keep thinking about deserts and bridges and deserts and bridges.
Yeah, not sure if it's here or a little bit further north.
You know, thinking back, I think if I were Ladab in this race, I would have really probably checked that Remolder weapon shop just in case it was something I'd have to swing on. And if I'd have done that, I would have lost if I were him.
Oh, that's true. Making that extra check would have cost the race. I don't think it would have saved that much more time than just swinging through.
Oh, true. I guess maybe he would have saved time by not having like 4 Hurtmores fail against that blue dragon, but yeah.
Yeah, but maybe not that much more.
Just an interesting thought about something you had done differently. It was pretty aggressive of Ladab to do that, and it paid off.
Yeah, for sure. I've been loving thinking about those little differences as well. It's been definitely a fun part of watching these because, as I think I mentioned on a different stream before, it's like every little decision you make, the consequences are just so much more amplified because you're done in 10 minutes. So little things like stopping at a shop could, maybe it does help this time, but other times it might end up slowing you down in the long run. It's been so interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's just watching how people start the seed itself, whether they check the basement, whether they get that gold chest behind the throne room. There's so many different levels of playing aggressive that just come in right there. I would say that I think overall the gold grinds haven't really been super beneficial, but I think we had, was it Juf who did one earlier that worked out really well, or am I thinking of week 1? I can't remember anymore.
Oh, I've definitely seen both ends of the spectrum there, where it's paid off because there's maybe like a half price magic armor, so only if you were grinding could you have afforded it. But I've definitely seen other times where you grind and you grind and you grind, and then all the best equipment costs 1,000 gold tops.
And just as a heads up too, we do have our final race tonight at 10:30. That race will be between Venicus, Guelph, Bob Pineapple MD, and Silly Dabbit. That's the last race of week 2. After that, I would have to double check with our admin team, but we might be able to reveal the week 3 matchups, since they're going to be directly in order. It's a positional round. That means that whoever has the most points gets to face each other, and whoever has the least amount of points gets to face each other, and everything in between. Also, thank you very much for the raid, the bottom tier. Welcome in. We are currently vodcasting a race that happened, an async race that happened earlier in the week, and we're just waiting to see if RG can figure out where Sharlock is. Now, it is also important to note that he might be super duper frustrated at this point, want nothing to do with this race anymore, but he has no idea that anybody else has finished this race at this point, because this was done async, so there's no knowledge about anything like that.
Yeah, and I suppose you don't know, you don't even know when the 10 minutes plus is, so you're just going to keep going until you get it.
You talk about that Scarlet Shadow racing Angel 2 weeks in a row, and okay, yeah, I see what you got in your head right now. That could be fun, yeah, That almost might be a situation where you wanted to relinquish that half point you got, so you wouldn't be in that situation.
Gonna change your mind on doing it on doing a tiebreaker and then throw it so you lose the half point. So RG coming back to this swamp here, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think just west and north you kind of come around to the east a little bit, and it might be right there.
One more thing to just kind of throw in while we're we're not familiar enough with the map to know exactly where to go. But coming into this race, fryteeth won his first race, so came in with 5 points. Ladab and RG both came in with 3, and Ratlif finished last on his first race. So there's definitely a lot of brackets. There's a lot of implications for what's going to happen next week regarding the results of this race.
Yeah, for sure. We don't have too many with 10 points, but fryteeth having finished second here, as long as Ladab doesn't take first or second in the next race, fryteeth could end up with 10 points. Be another 10-point star here.
Sharlock is just there. We saw it. There we go.
There it is.
He's got it.
Almost turned around too.
Like, yay, Sharlock! You're never happier to see Sharlock than this moment right now. So you do see the time up on the screen. This is the adjusted time. This is what's going to be applied to any sort of tiebreaker. We give a hard cap of 10 minutes over the third place finisher, which thank you for catching CyberDark. I realized I goofed that up in my tracking, but I mean, that wasn't the official tracking anyway, so. Yeah, Blue Dragon not standing a chance whatsoever. 3 shots from the Flame Sword at 123 AP feels pretty good. Stoneman with DL2 Breath, get out of the way, and here we go. Finishing up RG, telling the Dragon Lord, here's your darn princess. Let me go.
Let's get that disco ball up and go to town. All right, GG's to RG365. Again, this is race 1 of 2. Our times here, Ladab coming in first with a 9:27, fryteeth second with 9:33. ratlifTheRat with 12:04 in third, and RG365 taking fourth place with 22:04 as a cutoff time. So we're gonna get the next race loaded. Stay tuned, and we'll have the action coming up shortly. Any questions in the chat that you want us to ask in case we get interviews later, or even the runners themselves? Some of them seem to be in the chat as well.
Well, hey, guess what? It's race number 2, and we're already ready to go. Starting out with 4 strength. Woo, be a nice time to not have a strength build like Ratliff. And he picks up that scale, the fairy water, and he is out. He does equip the dragon scale. I've actually wondered if equipping that is worth the time in a race these type. That maybe ignoring that is actually good.
Well, you never know. We've had races where that would have made a difference. More gold in the treasury. 1, 2, 3, and a death necklace.
Oh, death necklace probably won't get used, although there is a town right there, right north of the castle. Let's see, is that going to be Breckenary, or it'd be hilarious if it was Hawksness?
Oh, I'd love for it to be Hawksness. Oh, getting 7 levels off that fight. Let's see what it is, though. Yeah, it is Hawksness. Oh my goodness.
I did not remember that was there. That's amazing. And yeah, so Ratliff already level 8, already got the 2 most important spells to have here, Heal More and Hurt More. Picking up another level 2. Pretty decent spread of stats. He might be on the prowl here in just a moment.
Oh, for sure. fryteeth finding out about the slums out behind the castle.
I guess it's, he talked sometimes about Breckenary being second Hawksness. I guess Tantagel today is second Hawksness.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody gaining a number of levels right now. It seems like the thing to do to just hang out in front of that desert here.
Ratliff peeking in here to Hawksness. I wonder if he's just going to he's probably thinking he's going to die here to get a refill, but might just want to peek and see if he can get the armor or something real quick.
Yeah, and maybe a good zone too.
He could have, if he had a few more hit points. Well, he could have killed the thing, maybe not got the armor. Who knows about that?
Yeah, interested to see if he ever goes back to try it, or if it was just a little exploratory trip through Hawksness. Oh, that little piece of swamp up north here opens up into a nice big plain.
I also want to comment about this because I was thinking about it before. Ladab has a slightly different color scheme. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but it's kind of fun to see Alina in just a very orange instead of red. Everything just pops a little bit more on his screen.
It seems to. I wonder why.
Now, the Drolls look uglier than normal, though, so...
Yeah, the eyes on those scorpions, though, are great.
So fryteeth has a couple of caves up on the screen. First one apparently was a dud. I didn't see what was in it. See if he gets to the next one now. The rogue scorpion had different ideas.
No, it doesn't even make it around there.
Never mind. First was Swamp South, so he knows where the princess is. That can be a massive advantage if you can do something with it. Sword was in the grave for Ratlif. So Ratlif has found the armor in Seed 1 and the sword in Seed 2. Let's see if the sword here gets him a little bit more than the armor did last time.
Yeah, never going to say no to it, but sometimes not the most handy thing, but, you know, it sometimes saves your life, so always rather have it. Ladab looks like he's going into Hawksness as well.
Yeah, we know that's an enemy he can get through, assuming it doesn't have anything particularly unpleasant that we haven't seen, the Armor Knight. So let's see if there's anything here. Again, the odds aren't super high, but if you get the armor sword early, it can possibly swing the race. And there's nothing.
And nothing. Yeah, Ratlif getting to Swamp South here. Again.
Right behind fryteeth, who is also in there, and actually just kind of moved past him. So, and fryteeth, with how many encounters was that? Well, Ratlif just walked by all of them.
Just breezed right by.
And there we go. Now fryteeth gets, takes the lead again in their little race here. Got the princess. Now it's just find where Sharlock is. And Ladab found that red dragons have sleep.
Oh no. I wonder if that's... Well, let's hope that shows up on a spike tile later just to mess with them.
Yeah, it can be pretty scary. However, if it has, like a really low stop spell resist, then maybe it's not so bad. fryteeth exiting out the north side. Unfortunately, that didn't go right across the river from where south was, because that would have been hilarious.
That would have been.
And a good shout out by our tracker, Beta Strap. They do not have stop spells, so that would be nothing they're going to be able to do with that anyway, unless they pick up some more levels, but they don't really need them, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure now that everybody, well, 3 of them, well, this will make 4 now, knows where the princess is. It's going to be... I don't think there's going to be much grinding. Once you get to... Well, maybe everyone that's at 10 might want another level or so, but I know Ratlif, if I'm Ratlif, I'm feeling pretty comfortable.
Right, and again, just kind of an update to our scenario here. If Ratlif winds up winning this race, for him to win overall, he would need need Ladab to not finish second, and then win the tiebreaker over Ladab if he did finish third. That would be the scenario, since Ratlif pulled out 2 points in the first race.
Yeah, meaning he'd have to win by maybe 2 minutes or so. Minute and a half.
Yeah, he wasn't too far behind in the
2:30.
first one.
Yeah, 2 minutes 30.
Yeah, 2:30 might actually be kind of a long time in this, but again, we'll see. RG's got himself a princess as well, and on the lookout for Sharlock, which was elusive in the first race, and we haven't seen it yet. It's only been about 7 minutes, but still. And again, quad princesses up on the screen. And so it's really, Sharlock, and can you actually get through it when you get there? That's all.
Is there a town nearby? Yeah. And there very well might be. I can't remember. There's a few towns I can't remember seeing yet. So once you find Sharlock, it's potentially very likely that there's another town sitting there.
Cyberdark pointing out one of the memes that we failed to acknowledge. Ratlif's name is I. So every time he does something, it's saying that I am doing it.
Oh, that's great.
There we are on the screen. He's only got 13 MP, but fryteeth has found Sharlock and is not even chancing that.
No, gonna take a look around, see if there's any towns in the vicinity, and then now that you know the way, maybe you go in and you try it, and
or maybe he is chancing it.
Yeah.
This is a scary situation, especially since we know red dragons are down here. They got a pretty decent set of agility, and I can't remember, but I think no, he doesn't have an agility build. Okay, 65 is pretty scary with red dragons, so he's one round away from disaster here. Just hoping he can avoid it.
Doing well so far. Green dragon is the spike tile. Takes it down handily.
And an ambush from a blue dragon, and another blue dragon, and a green... Oh, no!
Oh, no! Oh, wow. Those dragons were not leaving him alone, but now he knows where everything is. It's a matter of just racing out, getting the princess again, getting to the castle one more time. Meanwhile, everyone else still looking for the big C. Just as I say that. With 5 MP, Ladab going in.
So, again, we know that there is a red dragon down here. He's got a little bit more agility. He's on a strength agility build, which is interesting because in the first race, I think Ladab was HP MP. So, actually switching to this here is kind of curious. And it's a red dragon, but he gets away. Not a whole lot of life.
No, wow. Wonder how you're gonna feel when you see that that green dragon there. Yeah, just maybe just going for the info and then deciding to take the fill up and try one more time, knowing that you're going directly there this time.
And I think we almost had, like, if he had gotten through that really quick, we might have had both seeds done in under 10 minutes, which I think we've had one person in this tournament have a combined total under 20 minutes, but I don't think we've had that happen yet.
No, RG checking the Rimalder chest for an herb. I always hope that it's something. Yeah, I always hope that it's exactly what they're looking for.
So fairly cheap half plate and magic armor. I mean, I guess I don't need half plate for magic armor. Yeah, Ladab's going back after the princess. fryteeth has already got her, having all sorts of fun in the hills with every single type of bird just popping up in front of him. I think I was right. There was Magiwyvern, Star Wyvern, and then Wyvern just all right on the screen.
It's the Alfred Hitchcock Hills.
Oh no. It looks like fryteeth is diverting to go rest up here in the town, not wanting to deal with that. Ladab's trying to cast outside, but it's just not there. And fryteeth, again, doing a little bit of shopping. He's going to buy the half plate. And okay, nothing else.
That's about it. Yeah, I think it'll help a little for sure. You know, you it's better than going in with absolutely nothing.
We did forget to mention RG365 did pick up the bamboo pole, which, as we know, just lets you crit everything or something. I don't know. So, routing divergence, Ladab went through Swamp. fryteeth did not, if my mind is remembering this right. But fryteeth is the first to Sharlock. Ladab is actually really close. So, I think that, at least I think he's really close. This looks super familiar.
Yeah, I think he's coming up on it. Yeah, here it is here. Ladab going in. Doing pretty good on resources.
Both players topping off. fryteeth's got about a third of the walk lead right now, but we can see what happens with the RNG here. And of course, this is not done. We know there are red dragons down here. Ladab is almost caught up already, just from the lack of encounters. And continuing to not get encounters while the blue dragon... Okay, there we go. There it's evened out a little bit. A little swamp. And, oh shoot, Ladab has passed fryteeth in the basement and is already to the spike.
RG in the castle as well. Yeah, but Ladab finishes up the spike tile, talks to the Dragon Lord. Let's get GG's in the chat for Ladab taking first place in this second race as well. fryteeth also making it through. GG's to fryteeth as well.
Ladab wins both races, gets the full points, and he wins by 6 seconds and 7 seconds against fryteeth. That'd be real frustrating to see that sort of result, but that's how short and tight these races are. That can happen.
Yeah, I know whenever whenever I'm racing and it comes down to something that's that close, I always am immediately wanting to go back and see the replay. So I don't know how these racers feel here, if they're in the chat or anything, but not knowing it was that close and watching it and realizing after the fact how much those little decisions might have cost you or made a positive difference. It must be exciting to watch back like this.
Yeah, I had actually posted spoilers around it in the Discord, the results of the race, and Ladab was instantly angry because he couldn't hold himself back from seeing it when it was so close.
Oh, that's great. RG finishing as well with a time of 13:56. GG's in the chat for RG365.
Very solid finish after that first race. Has to feel pretty good to see this. That puts Ratlif on the clock. In fact, because Ratlif finished third in the first race, and he's going to finish last in this one, as long as Ratlif finishes within 10 minutes of RG365, he's going to get the tiebreaker and go ahead and get the 2 points out of this race.
Definitely makes it interesting thinking that if this had been raced live, Ratlif would have that knowledge, would know that right now. But not doing it live, you kind of have no idea if you do this asynchronously. Finding Sherlock though is Ratlif.
Yeah, considering we hadn't seen, like, the red dragon is down here. It has sleep, but it seems to be like the least common enemy because I think I've seen it a combined total of once, or maybe no, twice. But yeah, nope, never mind. There it is.
Retroactive curse. Oh no, put him to sleep as well. But now at least there's full knowledge. Let's see. RG finished at 13:56, so we have still 8 minutes, 7 minutes to make it here.
Yeah, he's got time. Just gotta hope that red dragon decides to keep sleeping himself and not you.
Yeah.
So easily taking out the Axe Knight, getting to Gwaelin here. He will have outside. If he casts that, again, he'll be a little bit closer to Sherlock than if he walks all the way out the bottom. Enough that it basically, like, if Ladab had went the same path as fryteeth out of here, he would not have won this race.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look at that. That's right. That was a 7-second difference, and that decision definitely would have changed the outcome.
And Ratlif has decided to cast Return. He must have a really good feel for where Sherlock is, that this is quicker. I seem to think he's not going in the right direction at all, but I don't really remember.
Every time I've had a feeling about which way is the correct way to go on the maps for either of these seeds, I've been 100% wrong. So I have no idea.
The good news is he still has 7 minutes to figure it out.
Exactly. You could explore this whole place again in 7 minutes. But yeah, looks like this is the way.
Yeah, that was the other side. Swamp was just over there. So yeah, he's real close. It's nice. Sherlock is really obvious from the map and stuff in this one. Was not last time. I think, he need to go up around that lake, right?
I think so. That feels right.
Yes, Kelther. These the flag set here for week 2 is modified from our tie breaks, which are meant to take about 10 minutes. These are, and they're going to be a little bit slower because one of the easiest possible win condition has been disabled, because that's just crazy. But yeah, there have been some very, very fast races, And this is not even the fastest one that this group has put on today.
Every one of these races has had at least one seed I found that's been pretty close to 10 minutes or underneath.
And he's back to Sherlock. It took a bit of effort, but he got there. And again, still plenty of time, just needs to survive. Obviously, I can't like commentators curse something that happened already, right?
Oh, I've done it. I'm pretty sure retroactive commentators curses are a thing.
I thought my thing was pointing out a scenario that somebody could do and get really excited about it, and them just do the exact opposite.
All right, Ratliff getting accosted still. That's every step so far for the last four. Now it seems okay. Gonna heal up before this dragon. Feeling probably a lot more comfortable this time with this walk. The red dragon, oh no.
No stop spell, but he gets away. Nice.
Runs away. Oh, good. Oh, perfect. All right, that's going to be it for Ratliff making a deal with the Dragon Lord. GG's with a time of let's see, what 1931, but definitely within 10 minutes of RG, which means that gives him the third place finish today.
Right, and to for all officialness to list it, Ladab ended up with both wins, 10 points, so he emerges with 5, which will put him at 8 points overall. Fryteeth finished second in both races, which gave him a total of 6, which he'll leave this with 3 points, which also gives him cumulative 8 points. So potential rematch on the horizon there for those two. RG and Ratliff switched positions, but Ratliff wins the tiebreaker, so he ends up with 2 points. That'll give him a total of 3, and RG with the 1 point from this race will be at 4 going into the positional round.
Now I know there was talk of when the announcement might be. Was that ever confirmed that we're going to do that or not? Not to put you on the spot, but I just didn't catch anything in the chat if there was something mentioned there.
Cyberdark seemed to think it was possible, so I'll be around. I just didn't know if everyone wanted to trust me to do it. I mean, if I'm not, people are going to figure it out anyway. So we might as well.
Oh, for sure. There we go. Once the points are put in the system, we can announce it. So there's one more race coming up later tonight. That's going to be at. Excuse me. Let me just pull it up there. 10:30 Eastern, and that's the last group in this week 2 tourney. That's group number 9. That's going to be Venicus, Guelph 35, Bob Pineapple MD, and Silly Dabbit. Looking forward to that one, just to kind of cap off this week of craziness. We've seen quick seeds, we've seen long seeds, we've seen just about all kinds of weird hiccups along the way. It's been great.
Yeah, and again, no group has been completely finalized at this point because the group, or for next week, because tonight's race could impact that. Both Bob Pineapple and Silly Dabbit come in with 5 points and could end up in the Group 1 10 points or closest to it race. And I think there's actually still some consideration for last place too, but we don't even get to that.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what it's going to be. And yeah, I think with week 2 closing, coming to an end pretty soon, I think the real winners here are the trackers, who don't have to put up with these crazy fast seeds anymore for the rest of the weeks.
Yeah, all they'll have to do, I think, next week is you don't need to worry about stats. The thing does that automatically. Although we still have random experience requirements, so there could be some fun mixed into that anyway.
Oh, definitely. I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm looking forward to watching it, and I hope you all are too.
All right, with that said, I think we are done. We're going to sign off and heading over to watch CD Improv probably playing Legend of Zelda 1, taking a wild stab at that. Go root her on in whatever she's doing. Thanks everybody sticking around. On behalf of Beef Supreme TV, my co-commentator, Beta Strep, and Shihali, our tracker, Cyberdark, who put together this podcast and streamed it for us, I am Aaron to you too, saying until next time.